picking you up pretty good. Oh, you were facing that way?
Yep. How about now? Check.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's
God. Sounds good, bud.
Check 1. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Yep.
Sorry about that.
No, you're alright.
It scared the crap out of me too. There.
Alright. It'll be a backup.
Sweet. Awesome. So welcome to the show.
Oh, alright, how are we good?
Awesome. So what kind of chips did you get?
I got the mesquite barbecue flavor. I don't know, just barbecue chips seem like a good pairing with sandwiches, you know?
Good stuff. My buddy, oh, by the way, this is Sareth.
Roy.
And this is Hold the Tomatoes.
I like that. I didn't know the name of it. That's cool.
Me neither. I just made up the
Oh,
name.
man.
I figured, I don't like tomatoes or eggplants or nothing like that with potatoes. But, you know, when you said mesquite, my buddy Spencer, he had a joke about skeeting. And so he said he worked mesquite in there somehow. Like, that is brilliant.
That is good, yeah.
And ever since then, I haven't had barbecue. No, I just don't like barbecue. I know.
I do like sun chips, though. I like the veggie garden blend or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but it's like, I don't know. That's my favorite sun chip anyway.
Awesome. So, Harts. We just met Dan and Erica. And they are sweet people right here at Harts Deli. Alright, go check them out. Roy, why did you pick Harts Deli?
So this is a little sandwich shop that a friend of mine introduced me to a couple months back, and it's like a local spot, and they make, you know, like you saw the inside, they have like everything there. They make all their sandwiches like ready to go, hot and fresh. I don't know. It's just like I like little locally owned kind of places that make great food, you know. I feel like we don't really have a lot of that in Daytona, I guess. So it's like a rare spot.
I feel you on that one. My parents had a restaurant and I was like the dishwasher. So I would eat there. There's Erica. Hi Erica. How
Hello,
are ya?
Cuban.
There you go.
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I've forgotten to grab napkins.
Go grab some napkins.
Yeah, let me go get those real quick.
So Roy's grabbing some napkins. We just saw Erica. She brought our food out. I ordered the fatty. And Eric was talking about fatties. I'm a fatty. I'm not gonna lie. I gained some weight during COVID. Don't judge me. But I was keeping the weight on for winter. Now winter's almost gone. I should definitely hit the gym. I was talking to myself.
Getting back into shape this year? Is that your,
Yeah, might as well. I'm 40. And I need a shorty. Awesome.
What did you get?
I got a fatty. Yeah. I got a fatty, which is smoked turkey, cheddar lettuce, cold tomatoes, callbacks, pickles, red onions, and Dijonnaise on a plain wrap. $10.
Nice.
Check out that big old chonker. Very nice. What did you get?
I should have shown off what I had before I took a bite. So I got the Cuban. Let me see, where is that on here? Or the Cubano. Ham, pork, Swiss, pickles, mustard, mayo by request, and pressed on a crispy 9-inch hoagie. Also for $10.
Damn, Tina. Okay. Looks delicious.
Little shot of that there. I don't know if you can see it too well, but
Bring it in closer, I guess.
no, I think it's good. I mean,
Yummy.
oh, I see.
What's in your world today, and what's been happening in comedy-wise and food-wise, if you want?
Food, not a whole lot, really. I just cook at home as much as I can. Comedy, let's see. I had to take yesterday off, to be honest, because I had several like super late nights in a row. There was no mic at Retro on Sunday, so we didn't have that to do. So like Tim, Rob, and I were like talking to each other, messaging each other in our group chat, and just kind of bummed out that there was like nowhere that we really wanted to go on Sunday. And so Monday night, actually no, I feel like we did do something on Sunday. Because I don't remember what it was. I know we did something on Sunday. We went somewhere. I can't remember what it was. And then Monday we went up to Jacksonville and we hit Shantytown and the Kava & Co. for their Mandarin mic. And then we ended up hanging out with Marcus Crespo afterwards and chatting with him pretty late. So I didn't even get home until like after 3 a.m. last night, or Monday night. So like yesterday I was just dead tired and had to take a day off. I wish I could remember what we did on Sunday. Maybe we didn't do anything. I know I like last Friday and Saturday I was at Madcaps doing a guest spot opening for Jen Weeks. So that was a lot of fun. I got to meet her, and because I hadn't seen her before, and she was very funny and a great crowd. That was the biggest crowd actually that I've ever done. There was like over 60 people in Madcap Saturday night. Mm-hmm. So that was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Jen had some really funny sketches. Let's see here. I guess Son has a sandwich.
Oh, it's delicious. How's yours?
Mine too. So much flavor.
That's a big wrap.
Yeah, it's like the 50 years of hip hop on Grammys. That's how big this is. But let's see here. Yeah, she was got to see her a couple times. She's the host of the LOL Jax Film Festival, and there's like every once in a while there's a comedian that performs there, or like locally mostly, and clean because you gotta be clean. Mm-hmm. So I tried applying a couple times. Nope, too dirty. If it was an X-rated film festival, yes, but clean. I did one clean set, maybe 3 of them, maybe in my entire 10-year journey on this thing. But
did you do a set? You did a set at the Nog on your. Did you do a set at the open mic after your roast?
Oh no.
No, okay.
I was exhausted. It sucked because I thought my jokes were gonna do good, but they didn't. And I was exhausted. I was running the camera, signing the posters, trying to get all the ducks in order, and like my brain was fried by the time it was time for me to get up there. I hate multitasking when I should just be relaxed.
Yeah.
Totally game changers, like all mind games. But I compared everyone to serial killers. Jesus. I should have compared them to pro wrestlers looking back at it. Because I succeeded with that in Colorado, and I should have done the same thing, you know, just make a full circle. Like, I'd say, like I would compare them to the 80s wrestlers, you know?
Yeah.
And that was like my jam. Like Ross would be IRS. And like, Rudy would be the junkyard dog.
That's a deep cut right there.
That's a deep cut, yeah.
Junkyard dog.
Yeah. And then, and then Mikey B would be Ted DiBiase because of the beard. And then Kevin would be Big John Studd. And I think I got everybody that was there.
Just carrying that 2x4 around.
Yeah.
That was Big John, right?
That was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking Hacksaw.
Yeah. Such nerds. Awesome. Good stuff. But yeah, on Sunday I went out to Breakthrough Theater Company and I supported Rudy. Yep.
How was that show?
It was awesome. Yep.
Is that Rudy's room, or was he guest hosting, or was he just on the show?
On the show.
On the show.
Yep, Rue and Asteroid. She's the host. And it's a pretty cool room. There's like a stage, 3 stages in the back, and then 1 stage on the floor. So it was like one of those.
That's not the Silly Geese show, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of those yet, but they look really cool. I'd like to go to one sometime.
Life after comedy is me just traveling with Rudy and filming his sets for him when I'm not doing storytelling stuff. So which is nice. I'm still like my foot's in the game. So whenever somebody needs help with something, they just can reach out. I mean, I'm just a message away.
I was curious.
It's the Ho train. The Godfather's coming. We'll edit them and chop off parts where we left off and stuff, so it'd be totally fine.
Yeah, no worries.
But anywho, yeah, I kind of miss it, but I don't know. 10 years, 10,000 hours or whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
I can't imagine ever. I don't know. I'm still like, you know, I'm still new, so I'm still really feeling hooked, you know.
Yeah. It'll wear and tear on you. So laser focused into it, like big time, just like traveling everywhere, and it's just like, man, I'm glad I'm not stuck living in a big city and doing stand-up. You know, because it's like, it wouldn't teach me to drive far. Eventually you're gonna have to tour, and you're gonna have to drive. So you can't just like go down the block like 7 days a week and just call it that. You gotta see where your jokes land. Like, sometimes it'll hit in Jacksonville and it won't land in Daytona, it won't land in Orlando.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll, you know, like Monday, I did a couple jokes at Shantytown. Did some of the same ones at Cavo. And some of the ones that didn't work at Shanty worked at Cavo. Some of the ones that worked at Shanty didn't work at Cavo. It was just like, what? I don't know what I did different, but...
And I prefer Shantytown more than Cavo. Only because like the layout. Like Cavo's like one big long room kind of, and then like Shantytown's like really like sardine packed.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot more than like a big old room with like 3 people in it. I'd much rather have a really small room with 3 people in it.
Yeah. I like Rain Dogs the most, but Rob doesn't like going there, so we don't go to Rain Dogs.
I don't blame you.
I went there. I was up in Jacksonville last in December. I had a competition coming up later that week from Port St. Lucie, and so I wanted to practice, like get a lot of practice in. So I ended up going to all 3 by myself. Cause I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me like where Rain Dogs is located. You know.
You blend in.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna mess with me.
I blend in too, so. And what we mean by that is like there's a lot of like homeless people there, and like they always leave me alone, but they always like not leave Rob alone. Well, they try to rob me. It's like you're just trying to rob another homeless looking guy. It's just that I don't smell. Yeah. But man, he almost got stabbed. I think that's what I learned like living in Los Angeles. Is like if you dress up like a chameleon and blend in, like people will leave you alone. But if you do something like you dress up like something like I learned from American Gangster, a wrong movie. Like if you're all flashy, and he's not flashy or nothing, but he's well put together compared to me and stuff.
It doesn't look scruffy.
It doesn't look scruffy. Then people will mess with you. It's like you stand up like a sore thumb. So that's why I keep it dirty, like old dirty bastard. I don't like to dress up though.
I don't either.
Yeah. It's not my thing.
I've never enjoyed it. If I could just wear jeans and a t-shirt all the time, I would.
Same here, man.
Or like shorts today because it's so hot, Pretty hungry too. Ended up staying up way too late last night again. I keep trying to like take days to rest, but then I just end up like working on side projects. Like last night I was up because I'm doing Madcaps again this Thursday and Friday, and so I was up super late putting together my set list for what I think I want to do. Since I'm doing 2 days in a row, I want to do 2 different sets in front of Adam to show him, that I got more than just my 10 that I normally do,
That's the way to go, dude.
So I was up till like 1 or 2 in the morning last night, like organizing and writing, but it felt good. It was productive,
Speaking of side projects, what side projects are you currently working on?
So the main one is this web series that I'm putting together for YouTube. We shot a pilot recently, and with Tim Blaylock, Kyle Ball, Sean Murphy, and Joe Levechi. All playing characters in the episode. So we filmed that, and actually, so it's like we filmed the first scenes with Kyle back in I think August or September or something like that, right before he moved to LA, or not LA, Las Vegas. And then it took until I think like the beginning of December before we were able to film the other scenes. So it's taken a very long time, and I'm finally down to where I'm just doing the audio editing, and then it should be done. So it's almost ready. One episode, almost a whole year from the time I started writing to actually being done with it. But hopefully future episodes will be a little easier to produce. So there's that. I'm also currently sort of renovating my little voiceover booth that I have at home. So I've got like a bunch of acoustic panels that my sister gave me as a gift for Christmas, which was really cool. And so I'm putting those up and expanding out like a little space that I had made for my voiceover area. Got a couple more panels that I need to put up, and then I got to move the wall. That it's like a cubicle that I'm using as the outside portion. So I got to move that into place, and then I'll be ready to test it out and make sure everything sounds good.
And we just have to look for the red dot.
Oh.
I'm glad we got another microphone here. It is what it is. But we'll make it work, right?
that noise is going to be a problem.
Yeah, big time. And it's like right there, not moving anywhere.
Yeah. Now it's rhythmic enough that I might actually be able to remove that. We'll see. I think that's it as far as side projects. Well, I've got a couple of show ideas that I'm working on. The one that I was telling you that I'm excited about. That's going to be March 6th. So not this Monday, but the next Monday. And so I've got a couple more people I need to book for that show, and then we'll have our lineup ready. And it's a kind of a new format. I haven't really seen anything quite like it. There's like things that are kind of similar, but it's kind of in its own avenue enough that I think it's pretty unique. So I'm excited for that. And then a couple other shows that I can't say anything about yet because they're still in the development stage. But that's about it for so far. What about you?
Oh, other than when you were talking about the fashion show, I was thinking, you know, it'd be neat. Is it you have like velvet ropes, you know, like the red ones? Mm-hmm. That'd be like kind of like the ring ropes.
Right.
That'd be pretty neat. It'd be like close enough since you can't build like a natural ring in there. You could pretend to spin the gear in the quarter turnbuckle or something.
It would be kind of cool. You even gave me an idea of like the layout too. Cause so the first show we're doing like trial runs at Grumpy's. So you've seen that stage, it's kind of small. But it would be kind of cool to have the comedian who's performing in the center, and then the two tag team people on opposite sides of the stage, and then you do that rope thing like you're talking about, and it would look like one of the corners. I like that a lot. I don't know if we'll be able to do something like that until we get to like a different venue. If the show even goes anywhere, we got to see if it even works, because it's kind of a weird idea. That's the thing. I don't know how it's gonna run. It's gonna be interesting.
I think it'll be fantastic, to be honest with you. I mean, I always like Daytona have like a more of a theme, but I was talking to Zach Bennett and he's like, they don't support much of the stand-up, and which I'm thankful that we have the nod.
Yeah. And Cinema 2 now.
Yeah. We're more reoccurring, like we're more weekly and then monthly.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was like at least one other weekly open mic in Daytona. It'd be so nice to be able to not have to drive so far all the time.
Now you know how I felt for the past 10 years. Yeah. They changed it though. It changed a lot. And that's why I'm thankful. Yeah, we recently did a drag show together.
Oh yeah.
That's right. We could show off in a little bit. What were you saying about? Oh, does it pause?
Yeah.
So what were some of your favorite memories from that show?
So, a couple things that I thought were really funny. When I first got there, so I had Jabri, Rob's wife, was super kind and did my makeup and my hair for me. I went and bought I went and bought some of the makeup stuff that I had, and then I realized that I was not going to be able to do this by myself. So I asked around to see if I could find somebody that could help me.
How you guys doing out here?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Come on, join the fun.
Yeah. So we were talking about the drag show that we were a part of earlier, so that's what explains his nails. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We were doing comedians and drag queen comedy.
Where's that? Is that the hotel on the B-side? The three-story, what's that called?
That was
Where was it?
that one. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's a cool place. We wanted to go check it out.
That was the Hamburger Marriage Show, but we had our own, and so
Oh, cool.
we had to perform stand-up comedy and drag, and we had like a swimsuit competition.
Oh, man.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I lived in Key West for 5 years, so I know a lot about the drag shows.
Oh, I've never been that far down.
Oh, you gotta go. If you're, yeah, you'd love it.
They've got pretty good drag shows down there.
Oh wow.
Like there and Savannah are the two places that I've heard about. I've been to one in Savannah. I've been by the places in Key West, but I've seen like them hanging outside and talking to them and stuff like that. But when I was there, my friend didn't want to go to the show, so I didn't get to go see that one. But I've heard like their shows are really great, and then I've been to Savannah, and that's like the other place that if you're ever in Savannah, definitely go check out a show.
Yeah.
I think one show there once, I could one when I was going like
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun. There were like 14 shows in 10 days. That
Oh, yeah.
it was awesome. But yeah, I went to one drag show that I remember in West Hollywood, and it's like a very gay-friendly part of town in California, Los Angeles. And my buddy was like, we were trying to eat our hamburgers, and I was sitting towards like my back towards the dressing room, and he was like he was eating facing the dressing room on top of the stairs, and he just kept on saying breasts that weren't real. And he goes, "You gotta switch seats with me. This is so gross." I was like, "No," and I was enjoying it while he was being choices. But yeah, so how did Harts Deli come about?
We moved here from Key West. My mom passed away, and I grew up a few houses away. And I was walking over here to the convenience store to get some beers, and there was a for rent sign. And my wife and I, we always wanted to do something together, work together. And there was no really good food around. We're like, okay, let's open a deli up. We can make $175 a day. I think it'd be all right. I'll continue to do my carpentry work, and you can stay here and run the deli. But it just blew up. So that's how it started.
You guys have fantastic sandwiches.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
That's what Roy was talking about earlier. Like, he wishes like there was more mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
Had really good side serving.
Right.
Just like you all, and it's my first time here, and he's like a regular, and so it's like, I'm glad you picked this place. We had BB Pickles last time with another comic, and that's in Norman Beach.
Yeah, I haven't been there. I've heard a few things about it.
They're fantastic. They have like a nice pickle bar, and like, I think there's like so many options, like Reubens. My buddy had a Reuben, and I had like a Caesar wrap, just like almost like this one, with the patty.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be more mom and pop shops. I mean, everything's corporate.
Yeah. You don't get. You don't get a sandwich like that. Like I'm not just like saying this because you're sitting here. Like,
Right.
but you don't get a sandwich like this at any kind of chain restaurant.
No, we can't afford it. I mean, we got a low overhead. We're sitting by the tracks in the dumpster. I'm not on the river, with a view, so I can afford to get good portions, which is really cool. A lot of our business is like just surrounding businesses. We call in big orders for the employees and stuff. It's really cool. That's probably the best part. Get to know everybody, and
It's a nice vibe in there too. Like the music helps out a lot. And, I think like there's Bob Marley in there.
Oh yeah,
It is awesome.
yeah. We have fun too. Cut up and
You've been around forever. It seems like. So, I was reading the story of you guys with the Harts Deli on the top floor there, the board on the wall there. I was like, that's a really cool story of Harts Deli came about.
yeah. Well, thank you.
What was it the early times like? What were like the early days of Harts Deli like?
We just opened up like 3 years ago. My grandparents bought the house in '52. So Harts Deli's only been around since just before COVID. We signed the lease, I think, in May of 2019. And then by the time we opened, COVID had hit. So it kind of worked to our benefit because people could call in and run in and, grab it and go, where other places had big restaurants and staff, and it was mostly dine-in. So those places closing, and the grab-and-go place, they could call in and didn't have to really interact with us or other people. It kind of worked to our advantage.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And then at one point, I think it was in 21 in August, there was a lot, it was like the second rebound of COVID, and a lot of people that we knew were getting sick. We're like, oh my God. So we shut the deli down for a couple weeks, but we got a little office over there, and we got a little window, so we just made that into like a pickup window, and we didn't let anybody in. So it was just us inside, and we were just serving food out the window. But Sam, who works for us, she works 11 to 3, just cashier basically, but she runs food out, she does a lot for us. But she was in the office and we couldn't interact with her, she's like, we're like, go to your room. Hey Sam, it's just, but we missed talking to all the people, so it didn't last. But
I'm glad it didn't last like COVID, like on the Florida anyways. It's like,
yeah, we were fortunate.
yeah.
We didn't have a lot of shutdowns. In South Daytona, I don't even think we had a mask movement.
That's awesome. At the Nog, we only like stopped scanning for like 4 months, and then we were back to normal. We had like a little bit of mask, and then it slowly went away.
Yeah.
Like, Florida, we are lucky. Like, I'm from Colorado, and so like when I went back, they were still wearing masks. So, like, last year, I was like, good lord, it's never gonna go away. Probably.
Oh, I mean, you still see people driving in their own car by themselves with a mask on. I was like, you gotta start watching the news.
I never understood that. I would always mask up like going to buy groceries and stuff like that, because like a bunch of people
and touching everything.
Yeah. But when I get in my car, there's no need to wear it there. A lot of people got really, really scared. Like
it was scary. It was scary.
It was. I'm not saying. I don't mean to say like it wasn't, but like I feel like a lot of people got so scared by that 2020 and part of 2021 that it's like they're still carrying that fear today.
Like a real life horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's over with. Now it's just a flu.
Yeah. Same here. What's your favorite food that you love making and eating here?
My favorite sandwich on the menu is called the Disco Days. It's a sandwich I brought from Key West that I used to eat there a lot. It's a spicy Cuban with lettuce and tomato, onion, jalapenos, portion sauce.
I wish I had gotten that now. That sounds really good.
It is. It's a good sandwich.
Did you put your own spin on it when you brought it here? Or?
Not really. No, it's just
it was good. It was perfect as is.
Yeah. I think a lot of besides like big portions and stuff like that, we use quality products. We use Heinz ketchup, Duke's mayonnaise. People are like, oh my God, what'd you put on that BLT? I've never had a BLT that good. It's just bacon, lettuce, and tomato. But the Duke's mayo, I think, really makes our sandwiches stand out. A lot of our sauces are Thousand Island. We homemade our Thousand Island and supplies are, Filipino. So there's things like that, little touches that make our sandwiches stand out. It's good.
I'm glad I tried the fatty, because I was like, took me home to Colorado with all the nice flowers they have over there. We were just joking about it inside, and it was just awesome. And a lot of my buddies here smoke the ganja, so it's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, give me the fatty. That's that fatty. Yeah, we have a lot of fun with our names with the sandwiches and stuff.
How did you determine the name of the sandwich?
We have she'll usually have like a bottle of champagne. And I'll have a cold pack of beer and then we'll come up with these names.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
What's the first hours that y'all came up with?
I don't remember. We just went down the line, we kind of picked our moods. And I think we came up with the names first before the sandwiches. Like the Caveman Club. Kids, they used to call me Caveman Dave for that long hair, for Caveman Dave. So I'm like, oh, Caveman Club, that would be cool, So we put that on the menu, and I'd have, I like disco music, so that's how we came up with the disco days. Captain Hart, I was a captain when I used to tell the kids, hey, our pirate, like, oh, I'm Captain Hart. So, Foghorn, a lot of it is like Seinfeld, that's a big salad,
But it's back up again. But yeah, Seinfeld and the big salad, and we were talking about us being stand-up comedians, and Jerry Seinfeld was a comedian.
Yeah.
And I'm currently reading How to Talk Dirty and Influence People by Lenny Bruce.
Oh yeah.
It's a great book. I'm almost done. I'm like 6 more chapters in. And they're short chapters too, and it just like tells you about how he got into a wreck with his lady honey, and how he said one word starts with a C and ends with an R, and how he got arrested for being like cocksucker.
Oh.
But he
I was like, I don't know what his word would be.
and then he got in trouble for it and got arrested, but he got found up not guilty and stuff. And we say really obscene things at the Nog, and we're pretty much like Lenny Bruce's kids up there saying the most violent, disgusting things. And it's just a lot of fun saying them, because where else can you say bad things and not get busted?
Well, I mean, comedians have a real hard time right now. There's so much politically incorrect things right now to say that offends so many people. It's just stupid. I mean, I turned my cashier, Sam, she's 22, I think. And I was like, this lady walked in, she's like, hi, and it reminded me of like in Living Color, what's her name? Rhonda?
Oh, Wanda.
Wanda.
Yeah.
Wanda. She's like, hey, and I'm like, oh man, I started giggling because that's who it reminded me of, She's like, what's so funny? And I said, oh, have you ever seen Living Color? She's like, no. I said, that's what's wrong, people just don't have fun anymore. They just take everything offensive. It's not offensive, it's just funny, no matter.
It's one of my favorite sketches. Like Candyman and Fire Marshal Bill.
Oh, all those shows.
Oh man, good times. And that's why everyone comes to the Nog, like every Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Like they come from Jacksonville, Melbourne, Orlando, and so forth, and they just like get away with stuff. Where like if they say it in their own cities, PC, red alert, we can't laugh at this. We're too sensitive.
Right.
And then they come over to us and like, we can say this here. It's like, yeah, we can say this here. It's like everyone else does it here. We might as well say it here.
There's only like a couple of things that you can't do with the Nog, which you shouldn't do anywhere. But
yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, we draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, there is a line.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound like the Nog is just a free. What is it?
We tread lightly, but sometimes we just like, I'm overboard. Like Roy sees me and he goes, I can't believe all those dirty things just come out of your mouth like that.
It was I still remember the first time going up and just watching, because I was curious about stand-up. Wanted to go see, and so I'm sitting there watching all, and then Sareth is the last one that comes up, and just hearing all your songs and stories and jokes, just all super dirty, but like clean in that sense,
No curse words.
Yeah.
It's like I try really hard with that. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
I say so graphic in details.
That's even better.
Yeah. Because you kind of need like the painted picture.
Yeah. Sareth definitely paints a picture.
You'll see it on
I'm excited. I'm glad to meet you, man. I'll have to come out and check you guys out, even though it's after my bedtime, 10:30,
It is late. Yeah, it's a late night.
If you're up for it, we'd love to perform like in the parking lot for you all.
Oh yeah.
Go home and stuff, and bring a show here once in a while or something. That'd be awesome.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Bring the stand up to you.
That would be great.
And man, it'd be awesome. If I just retired recently, but I still throw my festival there every October. So Roy's gonna be on it, and I try to bring like all the comics from different scenes to like, so because sometimes it's hard for us to travel because everything else is like an hour and 20 away from us.
Yeah.
Like, why don't I just bring everyone here, and everyone networks, and then everyone gets put on other people's shows, and save us the gas mileage this time around. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Like Dave Attell, the
Insomniac, yeah.
Yeah.
Just wandering around. It kind of feels that way sometimes. So we like, there's two of my buddies, Tim and Rob. We drive around together. We go to Jacksonville, Melbourne, Port St. Lucie a couple times, Orlando, Tampa, Winter Haven, all these places. Just there's all week long, just driving around. Just always up late.
Yeah.
Just exploring. But it's a lot of fun, but it's also you get tired.
Yeah.
He's young in the game. What did he like? 1 or 2, 1.5 years?
I started in December of 21, so it's like like a year or 3 months, I guess, something like that.
I gave stand up like 10 years of my life.
Yeah.
It wears on you.
Yeah, I imagine. That's a lot of traveling and going and doing, and a lot of hecklers. I don't know how a comedian handles hecklers,
How do you?
because it kind of ruins your whole thing. You're like, oh wait, what? You just fucked me up. Kind of gotta.
I don't know. I have a hard. I still am trying to figure. I'm still trying to learn how to handle them, because they're always different. They're always drunk, but it's always a different kind of heckle. Sometimes they're trying to mess you up. Sometimes they just don't like you. Sometimes they don't realize that they're not supposed to be just talking to you unless you
Engage
them. Yeah. There was a lady at Madcaps. That's a comedy club down in New Smyrna. If you haven't been down there, it's pretty cool. They do like Wednesday through Saturday shows.
Yeah, we love stand up. Yeah.
And it's owned by a local guy down there, Adam. So it's a super cool place if you're ever looking to, not to be like plugging other people's stuff on your show, but
Oh, you're fine. I'll eventually get to Adam eventually, because I plan on I'm still planning on keeping my foot in the comedy game for interviewing comics at their favorite restaurants. And so I'm like, I might as well do that now. I find more joy doing that, because I'm bringing value to the restaurants and to the comics and me, because I'm putting my value too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love food and I love comedy, so I might as well marry the two.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, eventually I'll talk to Adam. I did a really good 10-minute set there, and I put it as part of my special / documentary. And we were talking about David Tell earlier, and our buddy Tim, he goes, you're like the comics comic, and that's like what David Tell is to his peers. And
Yeah.
And it's like, I never looked at it that way, because I guess comics sometimes come to see me when there's nobody else in the room, and because everyone out when I go up there, it's like midnight, and there's sometimes 0 to 3 people left, and I choose to go last because one, I'm really dirty, and second, I just love having my fellow peers get a full room, and whoever's left, I'll just perform in front of them. That's like my later years, like that.
That's one of the things that I really enjoyed when you were still doing stand up, is when you would be at some of the out of town mics with us, because I always see Sareth as the last person at the Nog. So I'm only ever seeing your set, at the very end, and it's like you're saying, the room's kind of cleared out. There's just a couple people left. A lot of times, Sareth will just ask people, "It's like, hey, which one of my jokes do you want to hear?" And you just tell, because we all, we know a lot of. You got some older material that I've never heard though, but anyways. So I love seeing Sareth when he goes out of town, because then he's just in the middle of the lineup, in a sometimes like a retro packed room. So it's cool to see you, not at the end, like in the middle of a whole thing, just like mixing it up with everybody else, and having an out of town actual audience as opposed to the Nog,
It's something special. I mean, we get hecklers and stuff there too, and I've dealt with so many. I'm just gonna agree with you, but then we can disagree, and I'm just gonna move on, and then just bounces off me like a ping pong ball, and I'm just going back into my material.
A lot of times I love some of the Seinfeld was great, and he comes back with something and just shuts him the fuck up. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you know, that's a great comeback. You know, it's awesome. So a lot of those hecklers will get a slap back, and that's a good comeback. You can actually see how quick that comment is to change up and really, you know, interact with the crowd. And shut the heckler up.
Most definitely. A lot of us, like me and Roy, we're like non-confrontational, but we have other friends that'll just go for the jugular and just like, you know, like a lion and kill them. And I'm like, geez, you guys are so mean.
That's what I was trying, like, that's what I'm trying to learn right now is like when to, because like a lot of it is, I think, gauging the crowd too, because like if the heckler is annoying the crowd,
right,
then aggressively going after the heckler is going to kill.
Yeah.
You know. But if the heckler is like not like trying to mess with you, like there's sometimes like dynamics where it's like somebody's heckling, but it's kind of like if you go after them, it's not going to go well.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I'm still trying to like learn that skill.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, you'll get there. I mean, you're only like a year and a half.
Yeah. But I'm trying. You know, I'm trying to.
So we're going to see you on America's Got Talent next year, probably.
I don't know about that.
A lot of people just come up out of there.
Yeah, it is true. I didn't realize that until recently, that there's like a number of comics that have gotten famous off of that or whatever. But I personally want to go the New York route, like go do comedy up there and try to navigate that whole scene, you know.
That would be cool. Come out in a mask.
And it is so tough performing in a mask. I did the Orlando Fringe, the theater out there at the London Shakespeare Center, and did my one-man show. I did like 2-part storytelling and 1-part stand-up, and it was just like people couldn't even understand what I was.
They made you wear a mask on stage.
Yeah, because everyone else wore a mask. I was like, I can't believe this is the year of COVID, and I have to wear a mask, and they can't see my reactions or my facial, reactions to my jokes. Because like it takes a lot, like when.
Oh yeah, like I don't know how you would do comedy.
Yeah, it's rough, but I'm glad they gave me a microphone. That's for sure. And like they got like a mixed review on the Orlando Sentinel.
Really?
Yeah, some jerk, and he's just mean to everybody. He's like, well, my Broadway dream's gonna come true. I'm just gonna come and ruin everybody else's. And so, but like the one that got caught on film by Fringe, there's like 6 people in the audience, was like around 11 at night, and it was just pure magic. Like people were on board with my jokes. Like it sounded like it was fully packed. It was like fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better recorded set than that. It's like that'll show you, Mr. Fake Journalist, what the Orlando Sentinel. And I got the best one out of all these 4, and plus I made $700, and it got it all completely wrote off on my taxes. So
yeah, that's awesome.
it's nice. And I just wanted to sell 1 ticket, and then ended up selling 700.
Wow.
If I took half that stimulus check or whatever, that's like 600 or something, I just put it towards the production costs and stuff and soundtrack, and then I just made 700 off that. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
A lot of people lose a lot of money because mine was completely bare bones. And other people's were just like so majestic, and they had to pay all the actors and actresses and all the directors and stuff. And I'm like, I'm just here by myself. There's no one else with me but the sound tech, and they helped with a little bit of lighting. And she didn't even want any tips, so I'm like, this is great. I got all the money then.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I stopped right on time. Awesome. So what time is it?
Are you good on the recording?
Yeah, let's do 10 more minutes.
Okay. Do you mind if we take a quick break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I want to stretch my legs a little bit.
Oh, for sure. My butt's numb too.
Yeah. I haven't even told her what the format is.
I love the hungry comics. They're fantastic. Plus, there's a lot more opportunity in Orlando than there is anywhere else. It seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, Melbourne's growing, so that's cool.
Yeah, we went down and did Meltzies last week, I think, on Thursday. And that was a lot of fun. It's kind of a light crowd that week, but I think that might have been Valentine's week or something. I don't remember. Was that last week? Or was that the week before? That was the week before, wasn't it? It was, yeah, whatever. I don't know. It all blends together. So I'm just traveling out almost at least 4 or 5 days, I think, in the week, something like that.
And
So-
those get really punchy. I had to hold off.
I just remembered when you were inside that I didn't get around to telling you. I was about to tell you my favorite memories from the drag show, and I didn't get to tell you those yet.
I think we started early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're all. Wait, oh, that's right, it hasn't happened yet. Has it? No,
No, I don't think so.
I don't know when it is.
It's like 82nd year or something.
Is it really? Wow.
Something like that.
Yeah. So when I first got there, that's what I was saying. So Jabri did my makeup. She was super kind. She did my makeup, and it looked fantastic. Hair too. And so I got there, and I had a coat on because I didn't want people to see the outfit before the show. I wanted it to be a surprise. So I walked in, and I didn't have my glasses on because I had makeup on. I want to be able to see my face. So I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't see. But I walked right past where Anna and Kevin were standing, and didn't, because that's how bad my eyesight is. Like, I literally walked right past them, didn't notice them. And they called after me because it's ticketed shows. They called after me, and they're like, "Hey!" And I'm like, "What?" And I turned around and like, "Oh, it's you." And came back over, and Anna told me, she was like, "I saw you walk by," and I was like, I grabbed Kevin. I was like, "Hey, we got to ticket that lady." So I was like, yes, this worked. So that was really fun. Just in general, like as a general memory, just watching the show, because I hadn't seen the show before, so getting to see it, and getting to see you and Matt Elliott and Kevin Tibbert all perform and do their thing, and then watching the two of them, like that kind of final moment with the two of them where they're having the tiebreaker, and going to a tie, like it was super cool. And then there's one other thing that happened that is probably my favorite memory. And so after you do the set, and we got to do the costume change for the bikini portion later, I had to go into the bathroom to change because I had to take the shorts off and get ready for the next part. So when I was in there, the Nog, that bathroom stall, the door is high enough that you can see feet underneath it, right?
Yeah.
So I had my 2-inch platforms that I was wearing, or 2-inch heels. I was wearing those shoes, heels.
Well, I'm glad I got all my tips.
That was close.
Yeah. But keep going. Your 2-inch platform heels.
I'll let you get situated real quick.
Oh, I'll just put this in here. Wind came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like a ghost of drag queens past.
As it does, yeah. All right, so I'm standing in the stall, and the way the door is, you can see underneath it. So I've got my 2-inch heels on, and I've got those fishnets. So that's all anybody can see when they come in. So I'm in there changing. This guy walks in, and all I hear is him just going, "Who's in here?" And I just laughed to myself because he got so excited, He's just like, "Ooh, what's going on?" And now it's just me.
That's great.
Yeah.
Man, I did my makeup like at my DJ booth.
Mm-hmm.
Like I brought my own camera, my live stream camera.
Yeah.
And I put it on like on the big screen because like I didn't have a mirror, so I was like, I gotta learn how to draw peanuts on my face. And like I got there early, like as soon as we left all the shopping done, I came to the Nog because you said like, yeah, make sure you get your nails done fast because because it's gonna dry slow.
Yeah.
And so it's so hard to paint your nails, like using the less dominant hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how women do it or men do it.
So I have a little bit of a shake trimmer in my hands. So what I ended up doing was just putting my hand on on the edge of the like at the sink on the edge of the counter, so I could hold it still basically just through leverage, and ended up painting it that way. That's what it was kind of uncomfortable because you gotta lean over, But I did a good job. Because Anna, when she was showing him off on stage, she was like, "Look, he even got his nails done." And some other people were like, "Where'd you go?" And I was like, "Oh, I did it myself."
Yeah, yours kept it easy. I had 2 colors.
I went for a very basic, just one color.
Dearly beloved, this is for Prince.
I do like the color though.
Yeah,
it's a
nice.
great color.
Indeed. Reminds me of Barney too, and Barney's coming back, the dinosaur. So that's nice.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't really want that comparison, but that's cool.
Prince is where we draw the line.
Prince is cool. Prince is great. Barney, not so much. That wasn't my. I was too old when Barney came out. It was like for the little kids, you know. So it was kind of that's psychology, you know.
Lovely.
Yeah, lovely, yeah. What was your favorite memory from that night?
Just the Q&A section of the whole thing. Like I was just being goofy. Like what would you sacrifice for whatever? And I said cats and dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't believe this landed. And I just like played so much into the Asian stereotypes because I'm like, I'm a geisha. This one dude was like, loved like anime, had a pink hoodie on with an anime character on it, and so he was obsessed with me. And like, I'm just gonna just wipe off this makeup and like go home and take this wig off. And
I am pretty sure that one of the guys that was hanging out at the bar that night playing pool, because he came outside and talked to me and some of the other guys that were out there for a little while. I am pretty sure that he's a dude that I used to hang out with at, like when I used to go to this bar like years ago. I am almost 100% sure that it was that guy, and I don't think he recognized me at all.
Wow, must be the beard.
Well, I had the beard, but my hair was all straight, and I had all the makeup and stuff on, so I think he just didn't put it together, and I didn't have my glasses, so I think he just didn't put it together. But like I was like sitting there talking to him, just like assuming that he knew, but it was like afterwards, I was like, I don't think he remembered. Or maybe that's it, maybe he just doesn't remember me. It could be that too, you know, I don't know.
I'm so glad I didn't win because my dance moves are horrible. Like I just can't do any of those.
Yeah, I am glad that I did not have to go. Like I loved being on the show, but I felt stiff on stage. Like not like because it was a drag show. I just felt like my set didn't go that well, and I felt like I wasn't performing well for the show. But I think overall it was a fantastic show, so that's cool, you know. Like I was super happy to be a part of it. Would love to do it again.
The following night was in St. Augustine, and like everything that went bad.
You were up there for that one?
Yeah, like I was gonna DJ for Anna, but she has a Mac. And it was like I don't know how to work this Mac, and so like all the songs got shuffled, and it was the worst. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna let Donnie, the guy that works there, he has a Mac. He'll DJ. I'll just take photos. And there was a really bad heckler that night. And like Marcus, when he hates a heckler, we were talking about him earlier. Like when he hates a heckler, he's just kill this man. Like,
and he's the 3-time champion, or the 3-time Miss St. Augustine, I believe, right? Yeah.
And like they had this weirdo like he turned CJ like upside down and carried him.
I think I saw like a clip of that on Anna's story or something like that. Yeah.
They did like a 69 like it was so rushed, but it was hilarious at the same time. Just like okay, whatever. Oh, is it recording?
I think so. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, that was good. But yeah, man, it was just. And then she was on her way. I was on my way. I didn't want to stay out with them because we went to like Sareth or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I felt like I let her down, and I'm like, I should just like stop helping people with their shows. It tends to backfire on me a lot, and like I'm so used to promoting people's shows all the time, and I'm like, well, that's what happened with me and Jimmy. That's why we don't talk anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after the show.
Okay.
but maybe for my future guests, we'll just meet like around this time if we have to go to the daytime. So the sunshine's not that bad.
Yeah. Now it's pretty pleasant.
Yeah. I can't see myself because of this strap.
Oh yeah, I can't see either. But you should be fine because you're sitting in the same spot. So.
If not, I'm totally camera shy. I'll be like the Vlad TV of this thing. But yeah, that's all our social media links. You don't have to try to choose the shows or nothing because they'll just follow you.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know when this is gonna come out anyways. Gotta wait for my calendar, my laptop to get fixed. But yeah, Harts.
Post it tonight so people can come and see me tomorrow in that cast.
We need to build your website and stuff. Well,
I actually have one.
you do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
it's for audio editing, so it doesn't have any comedy stuff on there.
Well, I don't know what else to talk about, really. I think we covered all the bases.
Yeah, it was a good conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks so much for having me. Thanks for lunch and everything. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And if you got a good chance, come to Harts
Deli.
Harts Deli and meet Dave and Erica and get a fatty and get a
Cubano.
Get the spicy one. Disco Dave, was it?
Yeah, it was Disco Dave, and there was the Caveman Club that you mentioned as well. They all sounded really good.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like some spicy. Was that the Disco Man Dave? Was that a Disco Dave one? Was the spicy Cuban? Is that the one? I think it was. I'm definitely getting that next time.
I'll try to explore my options. Oh, here's the menu. So many options.
I know. Let's see. It's Disco Dave. Yeah, I think that's the one. Based on that description there, yeah.
Good stuff.
Only 50 cents more to get a specialized Cuban.
Not bad at all. Alrighty, folks. Until next time, like, subscribe, leave a comment. It's so weird.
All that fun stuff. You should do it.
Yeah, and comment below which comedian you want to see as my guest. If you made it this far. Good stuff. Well, shout out to South Daytona. Shout out to Roy, Harts Deli, Dave and Erica. Excellent sandwiches. Get yourself a bubbly and enjoy the wonderful mom and pop shops in the area. Until next time, folks. See ya when we see ya.